Hey guys, this is Luminous coming you guys with a pro Dota commentary. This commentary is affiliate DC, and for more comics content, check us out on DotaCommentaries.com. This is game 2 of the finals between Navi versus Moscow 5. If you watched game 1, you knew a couple of things. One, I was dying throughout, and I don't think it will get any better because I'm casting this game right after game number 1. So bear with me, guys. Number two is that you know that Nebula is going to be casting this game as well on DotaCommentaries.com, so I urge you to check that one out. Um, it's a short game, I guess according to the parser. So it's a very short game. You get two people's opinion. That's all. I think it's always good to see a two different side of view of how this game will progress. And three, you know that I'm gonna be casting the entire series. So what I'm gonna be looking for in the pick and ban stage of this game and so how Navi will adapt, because obviously they lost game 1 to some awesome mid-game farm from a Razor and a Shadow Fiend. If you think about it, a Razor and Shadow Fiend nowadays don't generally win games 45 minutes in a game. They're not supposed to win then, but they were just so far ahead in terms of farm. Even though Navi played pretty well in terms of early stage of the game, they just fell too far back. Like they just got out farmed. We generally don't see games decided nowadays through farming. That's just very non-standard. And let's see how Art Styles will do this game. They do pick up they do ban the Visage. It's taking a little bit too long, so I'm gonna speed up to 2x speed. And there you go, banning that AA. AA in game 1 was just instrumental. Well, you know, Navi players never really dodged an AA blast, even though they saw them coming. Again, I'm not too sure. Maybe they have colorblind, like they can't see blue units coming in. I don't know. Like that AA thing just hit every single time, and Navi says that F that, we're gonna ban it. And they also banned the Venomancer, which I guess it was instrumental in defense of M5. Like that Venomancer was just absolutely everywhere. Ult was pretty. I don't think he won the game, but I'm guessing maybe in our style's mind it was just annoying, so they don't want to deal with it. We see some quick bans, which by the way, M5 is banning the exact same heroes we saw them ban in game number 1. They're like, you know what, this kind of banning worked for us, so why not just ban the same thing. It looks like we have a Lich opening for Art Style. Meanwhile, Dread is gonna counter with Doom and Clockwork. My God, do you remember Doom and Clockwork? You better, because Doom and Clockwork just decimated MYM in that game that I casted between these two teams. Between Doom and Clockwork, they have just so much frontline tanks. It's just gonna be impossible to run through this team. And I'm sure Navi Art Style at least heard about that game between MYM and Dread. So these two heroes, although a strong combination, should not phase Art Style too much. And he is going to go into a Chen here, which is a very interesting choice. One, because Enchantress, in my opinion, is just better in most of the things she does. She could dominate more creeps in the earlier stage of the game. She had better mid-game DPS, so that's really cool as well. And I think that's mostly it. And also, you transition into a somewhat late game pretty well. If you pick up Ags, you do some very respectable damage. And thirdly, Art Sao is the Enchantress player, right? So Chen here is very, very surprising. I'm not too sure. There's a couple of reasoning for this. If you see your teammate getting doomed, you could test him back, test the faith him back, which I suppose Doom's not gonna get a kill on that, but like effectively Doom has taken out a hero out of the battle entirely. So I mean, job accomplished. I guess secondly for Chen is that you could Hand of God across the map, and that's a instant heal, unlike Enchantress is, you know, semi kind of heal. So I suppose he's really just picking it for the heal, and that's just a very interesting choice between Enchantress and Chen. And let's see how that works out in this game. And we have a Bat Rider being third pick, and between the Frost Armor and then the Hand of God, Bat Rider is going to go to town on everyone, and that cog is not going to slow him down. Well, it's going to push him back, but you know, for most of the thing, it's not going to slow him down. I think in terms of a Bat versus Doombringer mid lane as well, that Bat Rider is going to go to town on the Doom. So we might see Dread putting a Doom in a different lane. If he put the Doom mid, it's going to have a very, very hard time. The Doom is going to have a very hard time. Windrunner being picked up third. Windrunner, by the way, in my honest opinion, I think she's a little bit overrated. Don't get me wrong, very good hero, very versatile, can put a long lane solo, can solo mid, can tri-lanes to support, very, very versatile, very annoying shackle shot. But whenever I see teams first picking the Windrunner, I just don't understand. So, we'll see, we'll see. Well, this is the third pick, so no big deal. Looks like we see Enigma ban. Maybe that was a respect ban to Artstyle. Artstyle played a very, very strong solo lane Enigma in that game. It looks like maybe Dread saying, well, I see so many solo heroes so far. The Chen's going to be in the jungle, so that's going to free up on the solo lane. Bat solos, of course. Lich can solo. So that might leave a room for yet another solo. So banning Enigma might not be a bad choice, as we see Artstyle actually banning the Pugna. Interesting. Why would you ban the Pugna? Maybe because Pugna requires solo mid, and he knows that Bat is gonna get the solo mid lane, so he's like, I'm not gonna pick Pugna for myself. I don't want the enemy team to pick Pugna. Meanwhile, Dread is gonna ban the Necrolite, which is a great pushing. We've seen Team Ukraine use the Necrolite against, I think, Denmark in the MYM Nations Cup. Artstyle's Necro just got so fat, and man, this is the reason why I love Artstyle. He picks so Look at this Rasa. When we ever seen a Rasa in a pro game? Never. Well, like maybe a year ago, maybe like 8 months ago, we saw Rasta. But we're gonna see some solo Rasta action. I bet you Artstyle, or I'm guessing Artstyle is gonna be playing this. And this is going to be an insane pushing game. Meanwhile, Dread's going to go back to his bread and butter, picks up the Shaker, great defensive lineup. But the thing is, Shaker's not going to do anything against Serpent Wards. In fact, Serpent Ward says low and, go right onto it. Shaker is going to be a good pick, though, against Chen for that matter. Also, Shaker's just a good hero overall, especially against Navi's playstyle. I just used Navi and Artstyle interchangeably. I suppose I could. And now we have Juggernaut. Yes, mother effing Juggernaut as the last picked up. And M5 probably is going like, what the fuck, right? So I don't know whether this is a best of 5 or best of 3. If this is the best of 3, we have M5 being ahead in one game. So Artstyle is, if he's going to go out in this game, he's going out with the fashion. He's going out with the bang. So I don't want Navi to lose right now if they're picking Rasta and Juggernaut, mother effing Juggernaut. So, I want them to win. I'm all for Art Navi right now just from the picks. Let's see how M5 is going to complete the picks. They have a Doom solo, a Clock solo, and then they probably want another support. With the Enchantress Shaker, or they could put a jungler. So Enchantress wouldn't be bad pick, and Artstyle suggests pick a Darkseid jungle, man. That means Darkseid jungle. Meanwhile, someone asking for techies, and then Arizona tea break. Dread's really thinking here, because Lich Juggernaut lane, which by the way, that wasn't an Arizona tea break. That was a watermelon break. My mom cut up some pieces of watermelon right there. I was like, okay, I should eat a piece, and it was so good, so I ate like 3. All right, anyways. Yeah, Juggernaut Lich, that's a sick lane. I mean, we all know CM Lich, right? It looks like here goes Sniper. Wow. That's interesting to say the least, because Sniper doesn't do anything against any of these guys. I suppose if it gets late enough, Sniper can just kill those wards easy. Could, play ring around the Rosie, play some kite with the Juggernaut. But Bat Rider in the early game, the Chen in the early game is going to run at you. And as a Sniper, you're not going to be happy. Are we going to see boots first? Give me this boost first. Oh, come on. Oh. What? Are you? Oh, no way. You know what this means? He's gonna get healing wards. Yeah, this fucking means he's gonna get healing wards. I guess. Unless, like, why the fuck do you need Soul Ring for Blade Fury, right? Yeah. Wow. What? They're gonna do a support Rasa. Interest. I thought it's gonna. Oh, we're gonna see a Rasa solo. Oh, that makes sense, because aside from Lich, they don't have anyone like long lane solo. Right, that makes sense. So Rasa's a support. This is such a pub combo, because whatever that was, the Shackle. Yeah, the Shackle plus a Blade Fury. That's just insane amount of damage. By the way, Blade Fury at level 1 does 500. Yes, 5 mother effing 100 damage. That is insane. So, you know, Chen's gonna be jungling, that's for sure. Sniper, Windrunner, and a Shaker lane. This lane is going to be hard to crack. A lot of defensive spells, and as we expect, Doombringer and the Clock on this respective solo lane. Let's see how Doom is going to handle Dendy's Bat Rider this game, man. This is going to be hard for God. I mean, G played a good Doom against Melk's Pugna, and also last game he played a exceptional Shadow Fiend with the help of Dread's Shaker. Let's not forget that. Looks like NS is on Shaker this time. Dread is on the Windrunner, support Windrunner. And let's see how it works out. And Doom's going to eat a creep right now. Eat it. Eat it, baby. Yeah, there you go. He eats it. So that was a very interesting block. Maybe he wanted the Doom to eat the creep really quickly, so it will come, the creep equilibrium be on his side. But Doom just waited a very long time. 2-1, 3-1, 3 stacks on the Doombringer. Keep in mind that Doombringer has very high HP, so that is going to help out with the Firefly, but very, very low in terms of armor. So physical hits of Bat Rider is going to do a lot. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of, here we go, Night Stalker is going to come to the mid lane again. The thing is, with the Shaker, you're not going to stop the Bat Rider if he goes on you, because he flies off fissures. He flies across fissures. Looks like Dendy's going to get a lot of CS. But what he is going to provide is a single stun that should keep the Doombringer back. And looks like we do have a very quick magic stick being picked up, and that's a very smart transition from God. You know the napalm is going to be coming, and between the like, let's say a 10 charge of a magic stick, and also the fact that he has what, 700 HP at level 2, level 1, he's going to be fine in terms of when the bat flies. And no, he's going to go right now 3 charge, but here's that Scourger of level 2, and yeah, seeing the Shaker in the back, yeah, he's going to be fine. Looks like God is handling the lane quite fairly, quite fine against Bat Rider. I still think Bat Rider has the advantage, but maybe not as big of the advantage as I imagine. Let's look at the bot lane here as we see the Lich heading level 2.